Okay, welcome back yet again, friends, sirs, enemies. We are doing another reaction today while I'm in the process of working on my other review content. Since I don't really have a set schedule for when those things are going to come out because I have to work full-time on top of being able to manage a YouTube channel, yeah, those are just going to come as they come. But for the time being, we are continuing with the reactions on Monday, and this thing, it actually just came across my feed. Sitting back, relaxing, eating some pizza, and then all of a sudden I got this recommendation from 3C Films Clips. First look at new Jason Voorhees causes fan backlash. Yeah, okay, so apparently they're doing something with the Friday the 13th property again. Yeah. Jason is my favorite slasher film character of all time. I own all the movies. I bought the game. Hell, when I bought the game, it was actually, I think it was a snowstorm going on, and it was 20 minutes away from home where I decided to go to the game shop and pick it up. I was going down highways to get there, and then when I finally got home, I had to take the damn thing back and exchange it for The Evil Within 2, because Xbox required internet connection, and I did not have Xbox Live, and I still do not have Xbox Live. Yeah, don't pay for subscriptions on Xbox, but yeah. Big fan of the character, big fan of the movies, and apparently there is some discourse over this new Jason, and looking at the thumbnail, I can kind of see why. This design, yeah, that's not very creative, but yeah, let's get into this. Let's check this out.
All right, let's move on to this topic, dude, because this was a wild story. So you guys know, for years, Jason was in some sort of legal battle. It was the rights owners. It was the original screenwriter, Victor Miller, fighting with Horror Inc., the people who produced the movie. And the legal battle, I don't even know if we need to get into it anymore. But basically, once the legal battle was over, it's like the rights to Jason Voorhees got split into two. And when that split happened, it just screamed panic for the fans, because it's like, oh, why would these guys who were fighting for years want to then come to agree and make new Jason content for us? Well,
yeah,
it looks like that time has finally come, and we're getting the stepping stones. We know one of the first steps is the whatchamacallit, the A24 Friday 13th show that we're going to get.
Wait, there's a
where
show
the first
coming
season
out?
is going to be with I forget her name already, Linda Cardellini, Velma, and she'll be playing Pamela Voorhees. And it's rumored that they have plans, or at least the original plan before they fired the showrunner, is we would get to seasons where Jason would be the classic Jason we know. But just like in the movie, it took 3 movies before Jason became classic Jason. So I'm assuming it's going to take at least 3 seasons of this, or 2, before Jason becomes classic Jason. And we have to deal with a season of Pamela Voorhees, which I don't mind. I think Pamela is an interesting character.
Yeah, Pamela was pretty
especially
great
to see how she raises little Jason, right? Okay. All that said, though, there's now...
Yeah, actually, when I first saw Friday the 13th, the first movie that I ever saw, it was Part 6, and I always heard for the longest time about who Jason was, what franchise he was associated with, and basically who he was. There were kids dressing up as him, there was merchandise all over the place, everybody knew who Jason was. But when I finally got around to watching the first movie, I was very, very surprised to find out that Jason's mother was the killer. That was, wait, what? Yeah, I didn't quite expect that in a franchise where Jason is known as the big baddie. You just have his middle-aged mother who's slaughtering camp counselors. I was like, yeah, good twist for that film. Great twist. Anyway.
They have figured out the right situation with Jason. The whole point of the legal battle, and the whole reason this was even an argument, is because, hey, we know this guy's a moneymaker, so let's make some money. And that's essentially what the Jason universe is. That's what I want to make clear here, that what we got. This Jason universe is not a cinematic universe. It's not a Marvel universe. It's not even like what they tried to do with the Dark universe and Tom Cruise and the Mummy. Jason Universe is a brand. Wait, what we're staring at right now is the equivalent of looking at the Coca-Cola logo. What we're looking at right here is Mountain Dew logos, Pepsi logo. It's a logo. It's a brand. It's not a cinematic universe. And the reason I'm explaining that is because it's so weird, this first look they announced for Jason. So let me pull that up here for you guys while we got it.
Yeah, that
bloody disgusting. We'll have
that design
They're
that was
always the
on
ones, and we'll
thumbnail.
talk about that photo in a second. Okay. So bloody disgusting here kind of summed it up best for us with the first look of this new Jason. Here they have it. The Friday 13th rights holders over at Jason Universe have unveiled their brand new Jason Voorhees redesign with this new version of Jason.
Yeah, look at that. That's like part 8 crossed with Freddy versus Jason. Like, such a bland design. I mean, say what you want about those two films. Like 8, it's kind of hard for me to hate that one. I mean, it's bad, but it's no Jason Goes to Hell. And Freddy vs. Jason, love it, hate it. People have mixed views on that one, but his design was pretty damn lazy in that one. Not gonna lie, and that's gonna be disappointing if this is what we're going with. It. What's up with his skin too? Is this like Oh, well, this is going to be like a reboot TV series or something, so I guess he's not really zombified yet. So I don't really have any reason to complain about that. Like I'm just talking out of my ass now. Let's get back to it.
Will lead movies, gaming, immersion experiences, collectibles, and more. Makeup effects legend Greg Nicotero helped with the redesign. And so this is what's kind of the confusing part, because usually when we get our first look at something, you know, like when we got our first look at Sonic, or we got our first look at what Mario looked like in the movie, it's what he's going to look like in the film, in the TV. What they've essentially revealed here for us is, hey, this is the brand new look to the Monopoly Man. Or the guy on the Peanuts. This is our new redesign for our mascot on the Peanuts. This is what this is. It's our redesign, and it's going to be our logo version of Jason Voorhees that we're going to put on T-shirts, on stickers, on iPhone cases, on statues, and this will be the Jason you'll be able to buy and explore. And that's why there's just so many interesting things about this announcement. So for one, like, my mind goes, they do mention, yes, they want to make movies. And I've mentioned that to you guys before, which I've completely ruined my relationship with these Friday 13th people. Whenever they first announced the Friday 13th stuff, I made a little YouTube video and I talked about this big Jason Universe situation. Just pull it up for you guys, not have to play it or anything. But this video got the attention of the people there, where they emailed me and we had a video chat conversation. And I thought it was like something exciting.
So wait, this
what
has
it
been
turned
in...
out being is, hey,
hold on. This has been in the works for over a year now? Wait, when the fuck did this one come out? I didn't even bother checking. This came out a month ago. Alright, so, I am surprised that I never heard any news about this. Like, I knew that the legal battle was over. I didn't know that they were planning on, like, any TV shows or anything. And I call myself a fan. Clearly not that big of a fan if I didn't know about this.
Video chat conversation, and I thought it was like something exciting. What it turned out being is, hey, we noticed you have a large audience. You have a lot of horror fans. We're trying to sell T-shirts, buttons, and all this stuff. Can we use you? I didn't get that at first, but that's what they basically wanted me to be, which is probably why I haven't heard from them, because they've been sending me like collectibles and merchandise, and they're like, hey, can you make a video about this pin that we made for the Jason Universe? And I'm like, no. Announce a movie or show me a first look at a TV show, then you'll get a video. I promise you that. And so then they stopped sending me and asking me for stuff. But they did tell me during that video chat call, because I asked, I was like, so when are we getting it? So I'm like, it's too bad you guys can't make a movie. And the girl was like, oh, we're going to make a movie and we're working on it, but I can't say much. And I was like, oh, well. And now they're finally admitting it here. They do want to make a movie. Okay, so
with the
with
way
this
that a lot
design,
of
how does
other
that work then?
franchises are getting like botched, like I've seen what they've been doing to like Predator and Terminator. Well, those are more sci-fi than horror, but like anything new these days, like I'm very, very weary. Like if they're coming up with a new Friday the 13th film, it better not suck. Like please, please just. I mean, it kind of already got ruined with Final Friday, but please, just don't continue down that path. Don't become the new Predator. Don't become the new Resident Evil. Don't become the new Terminator. Please, please, Friday the 13th people, just make slasher films fun again.
This is now the official Jason for that we're gonna get. Now, there has been backlash with this design. People
Yeah,
do not like it. So let's pull up like classic
it's
Jason.
lazy.
Classic Jason Voorhees, right? And you will, it doesn't feel all that distinct, but you will notice it. For one, take a look at the amount of holes on the hockey
Yeah.
mask. They wanted to make it more, in connection with the how to say it, with the world being Friday the 13th. And now there are only 13 holes on the mask. So if you count all the holes, it's only 13. So it's a lot less than what we usually get. And I think all these
I
different
didn't count
tweaks and
13 there. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, there's a 13th one on his nose. That's still kind of dumb. Like that's why you decided on 13 holes, just because it's called Friday the 13th. Like this looks like something you would buy at like any generic Halloween store. Like I'll probably see about editing in a hockey mask on the page here, but that yeah, just paint a couple of stripes on it, and that's you could easily pick that up at a Halloween City, Party City. It's not really Jason. It's just like, yeah, you know what this looks like? This looks like the attempt that I made at making a Jason mask when I was a kid, because I couldn't afford the higher end stuff, and my parents sure as hell weren't going to buy me an $80 hockey mask at the time. So yeah, this is like what I had to do to improvise. Like, yeah, you could do better. I was a dumb kid at the time. You guys are professionals.
only 13, so it's a lot less than what we usually get. And I think all these different tweaks and designs are very purposeful, are very calculated, because the rights to Jason are just so niche that they have to make a very specific version of Jason, and then that's the Jason they can use in movies, TV shows, and all this stuff. So the 13 holes, okay, fine. If you want to do that, I guess that's kind of cool. I don't know. It gives me like 13 stripes on the American flag kind of vibe. Why is there 13 stripes? Why is there 13 holes on Jason? Well, there you go. The part I don't like about this is the eyes. The eyes are so like almost squarish. They look almost like sunglasses eyes, right? Like if I well, these aren't sunglasses, but like these kind of like that's the
Yeah,
kind
I
of
can.
shape that they
Yeah,
give off.
yeah,
It's like they're
I see that.
glasses. And if you notice, all the other designs are more circular. It's just a plain old circle there and there. And even the mask itself is usually a lot more round. And with the mask that they've come out with now, it's more like almost like an egg shape. It's like a, and so it's just weird. As far as the rest of the body goes, I'm fine with it. If anything, it kind of just reminds me of the Jason from the 2009 reboot. There's a classic little button ups, the dirty T-shirt, the machete is there,
It looks more like
and boots and
Freddy
pants.
versus
That's
Jason.
fine. I'm some people like as Jason went on, he got a lot more scruffier and dirtier. And then there's those crazy versions of Jason with like Jason X and all that stuff. I'm trying to find different photos here. So
Yep,
I'm okay with
Uber
that.
Jason.
But again, fans are not in love with this. Fans are not happy with it. They keep talking about the mask, and see some people here say Casey Jones knockoff. Let's see what others pull up. They did a good edit. I think these are the people who did the Friday 13th
Yeah,
fan
that
film.
does kind of
Never
remind
Hike
me of
Alone
Casey.
and Jason Rising that you can watch right now. They did a good edit of the mask. That makes a whole lot of difference. It's still not perfect and amazing, but just rounding out the eyes, going completely black, rounding out the mask. Dude,
Yeah,
that's
alter
Jason.
the paint a little bit too.
That's a nice little redesign right there. that would have worked a lot better than
I
what
could
they
get
ended up
behind
coming
that.
out with in this. Like, I don't know, this does give me Casey Jones vibes. It gives me like, I
Yeah,
don't know, guy who's
it
about to
really
rob a
does.
liquor store kind of vibe, you know?
Or
It's like, give
like
me all your money, or like
Heat.
the mask they wear in Heat, you know, that
Okay,
movie.
same wavelength.
This, I feel like it just reminds me of classic Jason Voorhees. That's what I'd get from it. So okay, but now getting back to the other issues at hand with this. So with this also, they say this is the Jason then that'll be in movies, gaming, immersion experiences, collectibles, and all that. So is every Jason gonna look identical throughout games and movies?
I hope not.
I feel like that's kind of weird, and that takes away some of the creative liberties you could have. Because let's say tomorrow they announced, I don't know, James Wan is doing a Friday 13th reboot. Well, wouldn't James Wan want to help the redesign of Jason from the ground up and give a Jason that fits in with his version of the movie? How is that going to work when they're like, oh, no, you actually can't do that. Legally, you have to use this version. This is the only version of Jason we're allowed to use. So make a movie around this guy. And, you know, and same thing for a video game, because they said they want to make new Jason video games. The Jason in the movies
Friday
and
the
the Jason
13th
game would have
game
to look
I'd
exactly
probably
the
play,
same.
but
I don't know. It just creates all this kind of stuff where it's like, why
yeah,
is this
merchandise not so much. Not if
why
it's
is
gonna
this
look
being
like
done that
this.
way? And it is kind of sad to just see Jason like, we just want a movie. We just want to see this guy out there, and now he's just become this brand. He's basically become this mascot, this, like I said, the Monopoly guy or the peanut guy. So let me see what you guys are saying. As long as this is the base template, I think it'll be okay. Yeah, like maybe you're right. Maybe this is just the base template and they can do things off there. Because if you think about it, the way he came off in multiverses, because right, let's look up Jason Voorhees multiverses. That was a pretty, you know, kind of exaggerated design, and they had a little bit more fun with it. Oh, did they also
I
do the 13 hole thing here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so no, it's still not 13 holes, but this was a pretty exaggerated design. And this was in partnership with the Jason universe, and it was before they announced their
how did I not know about
official
this?
like look of what Jason has to look like.
What the
So
hell is
this
that?
feels more like Jason from the older movies. But then again, copyright
What,
is
is he in the
different
Batcave?
in
What
video
the hell
games
is
and
going on
TV
there?
shows and movies. So maybe that's just the way it was able to be used. But hey, some people here saying I love it. Some people do say that it does seem a bit off. Yeah, and stuff like that. To me, yeah, RIP multiverses. I agree. RIP multiverses. That was kind of, the game was fun for like 2 weeks for me, but whatever. So that's what's kind of been
Guessing
going
it was
on,
some
and
kind of
that's what
a
I'm trying to get some
Fortnite
people to
deal or
understand, because
something.
they see the word Jason universe and they assume it's like all one giant connected thing, when no, it's just a brand. That's just what they're calling it now. That's just, and also people have brought up, none of this stuff references Friday the 13th, you know? So I wonder if that's also part of the legal issue, or how they split the money, that maybe when we get another Jason movie, it might not be called Friday the 13th. It'll probably be called Jason Voorhees, or it'll be called Jason.
Well, that's kind of what they had to do
Yes,
with
the Let It
the New
Discuss
Line
article here
Cinema
calls it Friday
movies.
the 13th rights, but
So instead
never
of
did
Friday
the
the 13th Part
Jason
9, we
universe
ended up
people
getting
ever say
Jason
Friday the
Goes to Hell
13th. They never
instead,
bring
Final
that up.
Friday.
It's just interesting. It's just interesting. Yeah, let's see here what
And
people
instead
say.
of Friday the 13th 10, we got
They
Jason
might let people,
X.
directors or someone, give them more money to help redesign Jason for their media. That's what I would think. This is probably an evolving design. Every redesign always looks weird. If you were new to Friday the 13th, you'd think the original was weird. Yeah, you're probably right. What would you guys rather see? A new Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th? Personally,
Friday the
Nightmare on Elm
13th.
Street. Freddy Krueger has always been my favorite.
Yeah, Freddy
Slasher.
Krueger. I dressed up as Freddy Krueger maybe once and saw the movies maybe once. Not a very big fan of Freddy. So I probably could have just let this thing play out. There's only literally less than a minute left. But yeah. Aside from Nightmare on Elm Street 1 and Wes Craven's New Nightmare, not very good films. I guess you could also count Freddy vs. Jason, but I consider that part of Friday the 13th. Anyway, let's finish this up.
That's another character where I have no idea why they're not doing anything, because he's not holed up in any legal issues. It's just the Wes Craven estate who own the rights. They just have to partner up with Warner Brothers and make a movie, and they haven't done that yet for some reason. They should, though. So yeah, that's what's been going on with Jason. We'll see what
Freddy
happens
versus Jason versus Ash.
I don't mind this design
that
much.
Is something I would love to see.
Like I said, it's just funny to see them. Hey, here's our new Jason. Oh, cool. So he's gonna be in the movie? No, he's gonna be on a t-shirt. That's what you wanted, right? Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, that did not look like a very good design. That was very lazy looking. I'll probably still see it if or when the movie ends up coming out. Like, of course, they said it was going to be more like a series, apparently. And once again, I'm not really sure how I ended up missing all this news to begin with. Like, I am a big Friday the 13th fan. Watch them on a yearly basis. Got the games, got the merch. Costumes, masks, all that good stuff. But, yeah, I'm really hoping that it doesn't suck, if and when it does come out. As for that design, yeah, they could have done so much better. I mean, if you're gonna, what is the series even gonna be set in? You want to, gonna keep the thing set in the 80s, maybe early 70s? Why don't you have him rocking a leather punk jacket? Like, yeah, black leather jacket, put a couple of chains on him, tattered jeans. That'd be a cool design. I think I actually ended up doing that one year for Halloween, like punk rock Jason. That would be much more stylish, much cooler looking than what we got there. Because again, that was like Freddy versus Jason bad there. Not to imply that the movie was bad, it's just the design. Lazy. And again, what was up with that mask, too? Like, you could probably walk into any generic Halloween store. Well, I'm not even going to bother repeating myself. I'm just kind of rambling again to get my thoughts at the end, even though I was already giving my thoughts throughout the course of the video. It's, yeah. The points I made stand. Just, polish up his design a little bit, and I'll buy the merch. Still going to watch the movie regardless. Probably going to play future games when they're released, but, yeah, if merch is going to be your big moneymaker, then you lost a customer. I mean, I could care less. But, yeah. That is going to be it for the reaction. Hopefully I will see you guys down the line for the next one. Maybe for some streams, maybe for some more review content. And with that being said, here endeth the reaction. Until next time, stay groovy.